Hello everyone, and welcome. Hello, Carol Ilker.
Hey, Tim Sohn.
How are you tonight over there?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? I think you just told me.
I did.
Let us know wherever you are. Let us know where you are and how are you tonight?
Yes, we want to know.
We do. And welcome to episode number 17, number 1 and 7 of Showing Up Perspectives on Cancer with Tim
Yeah.
Sohn. That's this guy in the red shirt. Yeah, it kind of matched with the branding and stuff.
Uh,
And Carol Ilker over there.
hey.
We created this show as a safe space. We created this show as a safe space where cancer survivors and cancer supporters come together to share stories and connect, as well as find resources that provide healing, hope, and resilience. I am Tim Sohn, a 15-year cancer survivor, main host of Showing Up Perspectives on Cancer, co-host of the Tim and Jim Show, and a live streaming producer for Impact Focused Entrepreneurs. And who are you over there?
Well, thank you so much for joining us. Please let us know where you're tuning in from and what your connection is to cancer. We appreciate you being here for sure. Boy, do we. And we want this to be a conversation. Also, we encourage you to connect with each other and the chat. So, to answer your question, Tom,
Yeah,
my
who are
name
you
is
over there?
Carol Ilker. That's who I am. I am the co host of Showing Up Perspectives on Cancer. I am a cancer caregiver and supporter. And I am also a personal power coach and co-host of the Gamers Den as well. So that is about me. And Tim, take it away.
Yes. So
By the way, real quick though, weren't we supposed to have a guest?
We were supposed to have a guest. Who was our guest supposed to be, Carol Ilker?
The amazing Diane Jackson.
Yes, but unfortunately she wasn't able to be here tonight.
Yes.
So you're stuck with us tonight, guys. You're stuck with Tim Sohn and Carol Ilker tonight.
Yes. We are the guests and the hosts.
The hosts are the guests and the guests are the hosts.
Yes, definitely. So, and also you'll notice that we're an hour later tonight. And why is that, Tim?
Yes, we are an hour later because Caitlin, my daughter Caitlin, she had her first concert since the pandemic, and Caitlin is in first grade. She had no kindergarten concerts because of the pandemic. And this was also Megan, our 10-year-old daughter's first time that she could actually sit in the audience and watch Caitlin perform. So all sorts of perspectives going on tonight at the school. Yeah. So thank you for joining us a little bit later tonight for this after hours edition of Showing Up Perspectives on Cancer.
Yes, definitely. And can we go to the comments, Tom?
We can. I mean, you're the producer, so absolutely. Let's do it.
Awesome. So, yeah, Maria, whoo, I thought I was late, not until 6 p.m. Yes. Not until your time zone, girlfriend. And yes. I forget what the acronym is for that, but yes, Stefan.
Stefan is my brother from another mother.
Oh.
That's what that means. Yes.
Cute. Cutesy. Hey, Mark Ingstar, yes. You're in New Zealand, right?
Yeah, shout out to New Zealand.
what time is it there? Either way, thank you so much for showing up and joining us.
Let us know what time. And let us know what you're drinking tonight. Yes.
Yes. Hey, Dorothy-Ann, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, for sure.
And Ellen, hello.
Good
New
evening.
Jersey in the house.
Yes. Yeah. Ellen worked at the newspaper when I was diagnosed with leukemia. She worked
Oh,
at the
yeah.
same newspaper when I was diagnosed. I
Oh,
think I mentioned that
wow.
before.
My goodness.
Yeah.
And my computer is slow. Hello from
That's okay.
Massachusetts, Melody. Thanks for showing up as always. She's consistently on, and thank you so much. And
Yes.
Nancy May, what a special treat. Hey,
Hey, thanks for being
what
here,
is
Nancy.
yes, what a special treat for you to be here. Thank you. And
Yeah.
my arm's moving because I'm petting my dog. He wants peanut butter.
Oh,
Um,
hurry. Yes.
Oh, and Melody says we are graced with your presence. So thank you so much,
Yes.
guys, because we're graced with your presence. And one more comment, because is he out of jail now? LinkedIn jail?
No, he just created a separate LinkedIn profile, so he's sticking with the new one.
Okay, so you're just an
Yeah.
outlaw, a
He's
creative
an
outlaw.
outlaw. Outlaw. I like that. I like that. Outlaw. Yeah.
I love it. Kenny D, you're just the sweetest, and it's an honor that you're here too. And you're creating profiles to do your thing and be here. Um, but yeah, my goodness. So, Mr. Tim.
Yes, Miss Kara. Are we going with the accents tonight?
We are. Let's talk about this big thing that's happening in
Is
your
there a
life.
big thing happening?
And this little thing called Man and Woman of the Year.
There is. There's a Man and Woman of the Year thing coming up called Open Your Hearts and Wallets for Blood Cancer. And I have a
Yeah, it's in the branding, and I'm trying to Kenny D, I love you, and I'm trying to remove you from the comments.
Yes.
Hey, look at this, guys.
Oh my gosh,
Bam.
look at that. Look at that.
Look. And DJ, our awesome DJ, she created this. So pretty.
Shout out to DJ. DJ and Kara have both done amazing jobs with the branding for this event. Yeah, so it's this 24-hour live event, guys. Our goal is to raise $50,000. The launch for the event, there's a 3-hour launch on March 8th, starting at 6 p.m. Eastern time. You guys can watch it on my Tim Sohn LinkedIn profile page or a number of other places, Facebook, YouTube, among other places. And basically, it's a fundraiser for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. Many of you guys know that I was diagnosed 15 years ago with chronic leukemia, and the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society has been so helpful to me and my family throughout the years in terms of finances for, especially early on in terms of funding for medication. They have family support groups for families that my mom still goes to after all these years. She loves going to those. They provide webinars and so much education. They do important research, just so much important work that they do. So this involves, I believe it's 13 live streamers that are all volunteering their time over the 24 hours, including the amazing Carol Olker over there, who has now hidden herself. And all these people here, Carol Olker, Stephen Kaplan, Dorothy Odell, who is here tonight, Carl Sullivan in the UK, Jenny Gold, her dad passed of leukemia lymphoma. Shout out to Jenny. Robert Murray in Alaska, Mark Lee, who will be performing with the Funky Eye Puppets, Jim Fuse. We're doing a special edition of the Tim and Jim Show where I will be interviewing Jim Fuse about his perspective on cancer. DJ Durante, Brian Schulman, Nancy Barrows, Rush Johns, all these live streamers are volunteering of their time on their channels. There will be interviews with cancer survivors. Laura Rappa will be interviewed during the Showing Up Perspectives on Cancer show that night. She is the mom of McCoy, who is the Girl of the Year for the Lehigh Valley here in Pennsylvania. So that will be an amazing interview. Jim Calhoun is being interviewed by Dorothy Odell. Ashok will be performing during Nancy Barrows and Brian Schulman's hour. Rachel Druckenmiller will be performing during the launch of the show during the first hour. Yeah. Steve Stockmall, unfortunately, won't be performing, but just so many people, and there's even more, just so many people. There's also people and businesses that are donating products and services. So there will be a drawing during the last hour of the event, so people can win prizes. People who donate, I just have to do. I just have to whiff love everywhere because there's so much love of people. It's just overwhelming. Like so many people Anyway.
Yeah.
That's what I got.
Oh, yes. So before we get to what we also want to talk about, Ellen has dirt on you.
What? Ellen, what dirt do you have? Tell us. Or do we want to know?
Do you want my number? Let's talk.
Ellen.
Legia says, "Good evening, my amazing friends."
Hey, Legia. How's Costa Rica? What's the weather in Costa Rica right now? And what time is it in Costa Rica? We want to know the dirt on that. And how much dirt is there in Costa Rica? Tell us and what measurements do they use in Costa Rica?
Oh, wow. Okay.
Lots of questions.
Yes.
No, I'm not drinking
I just have to put this up here. Everyone has besties. We have to remove this to see Tim in the forest. You sweet, crazy man, you. Kennedy is savoring the flavoring everywhere. Also, she wants to help with the fundraiser, so she's going to message you.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Ellen. That's so appreciated. We can use all the help we can get. You have no idea.
Yeah. Can't wait to lend my support to your amazing event next week. 24 hours. Let's do this and raise awareness and money, says Stefan.
Money. Thank you, Stefan. Stefan's going to be interviewing someone named Sage Breslin. She has an amazing story to share. And that will be at 3:00 Eastern time on March 9th, his interview with her. So make sure to check that out on his social media channels.
Definitely. My goodness. And Andrea Sanchez says, "Hi, Tim and Kara. So proud of your March 8th event. Tim Zone will be there." Hey, thank you so much. You awesome person.
Yes, Andrea. I was just at your Hope and Kindness rally, and Kara Olker.
Andrea was super sweet and gracious to extend the invitation to me for next month. I couldn't do it this past month, but I can. Well, next month. It's already here.
Oh, yeah.
March 1st, guys. Women's History Month. It's March is already here, so I will be at the rally this month. So thanks again, Andrea, for extending the honor to me. Ashok is practicing now for next week. He is so excited. He's just like, I don't talk to him often, but when I do, he's just like, ah. So we're
How's
excited
that go
for
again?
you too. Kenny D. Oh, love it. Oh my gosh. Oh, so you used to banter over the characters at work? Like
Apparently.
like on the
Which
keyboard, like characters such as like 150 characters or less, like or characters as in people.
I don't know. Ellen, please remind me. I don't know which
Yeah.
characters. This was a long time ago.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Oh, Ellen's gonna send an encrypted message.
Yeah, she is. I'm super excited. So,
Yes.
you want to talk about it, Tim?
What are we talking about next?
Topic number 2 in the banner.
Ooh, topic number 2. So, guys and gals, all the people around the world. Yeah. So today I had an oncologist appointment, and some of you guys know I found out I was cancer free in December. So now it's March. Wow, it's March already. How did that happen? It's March.
I was equally as surprised as you were, like about 3 or 4 minutes ago.
Right? Like how did that happen? And so I didn't really expect to find anything out. I get this test done called the genetic test, and that's really when you find out the percentage of your leukemia cells, if they're going up or down, or so like that's the important one usually in terms of the leukemia. So but then today they told me that my blood pressure has been up a number of times when I've gone to appointments here and there, and then they said my kidney numbers, which he didn't tell me at the last appointment. He said my kidney numbers were up, which I've never heard of me having any kidney problems. And I was like, what? What? Huh? Okay. So he's going to call me tomorrow and tell me if there's a problem, or I think if there's not. And then I have to see my primary care physician if there is. And then he said about my weight, and the pandemic has not been kind to my weight. Not that I'm using it as an excuse, but it has been going up. Like, just to be honest, ever since like in 2012, which is a long time ago, I had lost like 95 pounds. I had weighed a bunch before that. And then I went on Weight Watchers and I lost 95 pounds. But since then, it's been gradually going up. Then the pandemic, and then up. So tonight we just figured we'd have a conversation about prioritizing health. And, like I'm such a person that like, I'm always like, I'm a giver. I'm always like doing stuff for other people. And I don't usually prioritize myself, like others first, and, 24-hour events first, and, stuff like that.
And when
Friends
you don't,
first.
you hide in the basement or the woods.
The basement, or the basement in the woods.
Yeah. And that's not self-care, that's self-preservation. And you're just
With the
like
goats. Sorry. Yeah.
freaking out.
Yeah. Ah.
Gertrude.
Yeah, exactly.
Gertrude and Gary.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, no. And thank you so much for sharing, Tom, because I think that is so relatable. You go there to your oncologist to talk about cancer.
Yeah.
Instead, it gives you a rundown of everything else. And I think that is such an important reminder of, when you are, and people have talked about this on the show multiple times before, when you're going through your cancer journey, actively going through it, your number one concern is the cancer, because that's
right.
that's the most single-handedly threatening piece of it all, right? And for you, you were, thank goodness, such a blessing. You were diagnosed, or were told that you have no cancer cells. And so you've stated before, well, what's next? And based on this appointment, the answer is glaringly obvious. What's next is to take care of yourself. Take care of yourself, not hide in the woods and self-preserve, which you can hide in the woods and and ground yourself and take it on, right? But how many of us, in the comments, how many of you have felt like you were or have been or still are in self-preservation mode due to the pandemic? Maybe you've gained weight. Maybe you're not sleeping well. Maybe you're drinking more than you should, eating more than you should, forgetting to eat, not taking care of yourself, not taking care of your body. Maybe you're like, well, I work from home. I'm in sweatpants all day. Who needs a shower? We all do it. And then on top of that, it's winter. It's still winter, even though Cincinnati thinks it's spring right now. I'm sure other parts of the country too. But, so you have that to deal with too. And so how many people are in languish mode right now? And they have just been on an emotional, physical, mental standstill. I want to see if anyone said anything. My computer's slow.
Robert did and Ellen did.
Yeah. Ellen says, hell yeah, I'm terrified to let go of isolation mentality.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's safe. You don't feel safe, but that feeling of being unsafe has felt safe to you because the new normal is terrifying, right?
Well, even like tonight when I was telling Kara before the show, I went to this concert tonight and I have not been with so many people together without masks on since before the pandemic. And I was just like, I did it because my daughter was performing, right? So I did it, but I was anxious as, because I'm not used to that, in a long time.
Yeah, most definitely. Like when you've been away from people for so long, you're just terrified of them. Even though you love people, you're like, I want to be where the people are. Ugh, get away from me.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh my gosh. So Robert Murray said, I've always been in self-preservation mode. He said, I feel healthy, but I definitely live in the woods for a reason. And then going back to Ellen, she said, it took me so long to adjust to isolation that I need to preserve my survival tactics in case. Yeah, wow. Thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah, thanks.
I also felt that way. And also, Senior Payasana says, I'm saying during the pandemic, I don't wash my dishes or socks. Well, thank you for your honesty. And Andrea said, Tom, I can so relate with you. I've always prioritized others first my whole life. Sometimes it takes our body to remind us to slow down. Your authenticity is so powerful and inspirational.
Thank you, Andrea.
Yes. Oh my gosh. So many awesome. And then one more. I can relate. Ellen's self-isolation mentality is real. I don't go out and leave time for much fun these days. So I love that we have a conversation going in the chat. And what I love about this show is that people listen to us, they talk to us, and they talk to each other. This is the most beautiful community, and it's such a beautiful experience being a part of it. So, I mean, Tam, that's pretty amazing that you are deciding, like, hey, for real, I'm serious. Let's prioritize my health. I need to prioritize my health. So kudos to you for sure.
I appreciate that. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but I need to do it. When he said it's not cancer that's gonna, he didn't say kill you, but however he worded it, he said it's gonna be your weight, not leukemia. That kind of, struck a chord. And I know it's something I need to deal with. It's just, when the first time that I lost all the weight, we had done Weight Watchers, and Joy and I had done it together, and it was just easier, I think, because we were doing it together. And our kids are younger, and so if we're out, and we're like near McDonald's, girls like McDonald's because we go to McDonald's, and so I don't know, it's just different. It's a lot different now at this point.
Yeah. What's interesting is that when people are like, okay, I'm going to make a switch, I'm going to prioritize my health, I'm going to get healthy, they go from this languishing state of whatever they are that is unhealthy to putting them on a stress state of, now I'm going to be healthy. And so I'm going to cut all my calories, and I'm going to eat spinach, and then I'm going to run or walk on the treadmill for 2 hours a day. And then I'm, all this. But especially now with our stress state up so much, like even little steps such as, having more home cooked meals and prioritizing sleep, having a bedtime routine, having a time when you're going to log off of your devices, sleeping like 7 to 8 hours or however long you need to sleep. Not cutting out alcohol completely if you don't need to, but maybe reserving it for like a glass on the weekends or whatever, and really journal around your feelings and notice how you feel when you eat. I mean, even if you just consciously just taste your food and instead of eating it while you're working, like it's things like that. And so I just applaud you for just wanting to just figure it out, whatever it is for you, but prioritizing your space around it, your awareness, how you feel as you're making these changes in your life are really going to help you as well. And that's my health coaching coming out. So there.
Yes, and thank you for it. I did notice, and thank you. I appreciate it. And I'm sure everyone appreciates it. I remember sorry, go ahead.
No, go on.
No, I was just going to remember, since I'm in reminiscing mode, I was going to say I remember the first time that I had lost all the weight. Megan was little, and I used to, with the stroller, I used to take 3-mile walks every single day that the weather was good through Milford. Even like there's this really big hill in Milford, and I used to go up the hill with the stroller. Yeah, it was really good. And when she was little, when she was crawling, I used to crawl right next to her on the floor, like the whole time. Those are good memories. Okay, we can move on now.
What? Why are you deflecting?
I'm not. I'm reminiscing. What am I deflecting from?
You were deflecting from reminiscing.
Wait, what?
Sorry, guys. I'm
What are we
giving
doing?
Henry peanut butter right now.
Yeah, you're not deflecting with peanut butter.
No, he let out a little squeal. I was like, fine,
Uh-huh.
hens. Mommy's
Mhm.
gotta do
Right.
this show. Mom has gotta hang out with their peoples.
Right. Yeah. Did you notice who's in the house?
James Patron.
Yes, James Patron is in the house.
Yeah, he is. Hey, wonderful human. How are you? He was number 15.
Yes, welcome, Mr. Patron.
Hello.
Yes.
Thank goodness. Ashok says existential strolling.
I love it.
Definitely. And Shanik Shah says, congratulations, Tom. Great addition. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes. So
So, do you
are we up
want
to
to
number
talk
4?
more about topic number 3, or do you want to get
Oh.
to topic number 4?
What do you think? How are you feeling? Where do you want to go? Where do you want to stay on 3?
I don't know. Do you want to talk more about that?
I don't know if I have too much more to say on prioritizing health. Is there anything you want to say about prioritizing health?
Well, speaking of prioritizing health,
Yes.
as you guys know, I came into the show with Tom. Tom as a cancer survivor. I mean, actually still going through, he had just gotten his numbers and they were up. And then a few months later, into our show, they were 0, right? And I came into the show and, giving my perspective week by week as a former caregiver and cancer supporter, knowing so many people who have dealt with cancer and have survived, and also who have lost their battle with cancer. Several people in my family, not just my mom, but the most prominent, my mom. And with that story, with my life, with me coming in, I knew that I was going to learn and do some soul searching. It was going to be hard. And I didn't know how hard it was going to be. As I, episode 3 was my turn to talk about my story publicly in a way that I never had before. And Tom was so sweet and gracious and kind to allow me to have this space to do so. And, then after that, I felt like I could conquer anything. And then at one point, we got to the point where, I was doing some growing and I was doing some learning and uncovering about myself, and doing some major self-care and some self-preservation, in that I knew that there were some unstuck emotions and parts that, by talking about my story and talking with people on the show, things were getting knocked loose. And to the point where it has become beyond, it's brought up a lot of trauma. A lot of trauma I didn't know I had. And so prioritizing my health means boundaries around what I need to do for me, right? Setting those boundaries of, I'm so grateful for being on this show, and does it serve me? And am I at a point where it's not serving others because I'm not able to expand the way that I need to, right? And so, with the help of great people in my life, and with the help of professionals also, because when you uncover trauma, that around that part of my life, that I always had a feeling existed, and I wasn't for sure, and then woof, right? When you uncover that, you need someone who's trained to help you, who can really help you. And this show has really given me a gift, the gift of finding that out, right? That gift of finding it out. But I am at a point where I need to focus on that so that I can expand, so that I, like Tam, I can be there. Thank you, Ashok. But right now I need to be there for me. And so with that, I am stepping away from the show so that I can focus on that, focus on my healing, the fact that I was, again, given this gift to know that I needed to heal a little bit more. And I need time to do that. So, Tam, yeah, so Tam next week
Kara.
is going to be the only host. And he will continue to be the most amazing host. And I will be there. I will be here to support him. And I'll be able to watch the shows and take a walk when I need to, right? Ground myself when I need to. Yeah. But thank you so much, guys. Thank you. And yeah, thank you. I know that I am strong, and sometimes being strong just means that you just take care of yourself however you need to, in a way where you love yourself and you're able to give that love to others. So I love you all so much. And Tam, I just want to say, I appreciate you to the moon and back. I always will. And I am always here to support you, always. And this show. And I will still be part of Man and Woman of the Year, but in the background, because I also know that being a part of the interviews, like, I'm not able to do that right now. So
it's a lot.
Yeah. And that's okay.
I know. It is okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kara, I want to say thank you for everything, for showing up. Thank you for showing up on Shout Out Saturday. Thank you for claiming you as my bestie, claiming me as your bestie. Thank you for just being an amazing friend. Thank you for disappearing when you need to. Thank you for giving me space when I need it. Thank you for showing up every week during all these episodes and showing up for all these people that have told us that they feel healed in some sort of way. Or there's been so many people that have sent us, I just have chills talking right now, the impact that the messages we've received from people, saying that, that they've found a family here that they didn't know that they've had. And you're a huge part of that, of building that. We created the show together, and I'm so grateful for that, and for you, and having you in my life. And
yeah, and thank you so much for the amazing and sweet and supportive comments, guys. I appreciate it so much. Yeah, thank you, Andrea. I just I will take some time for me, just a little bit of time, to not feel the pressure of like, I'll still do some podcasting because that's cathartic, and but I'll take some time for me. Hey, Bill Bradford, and then I'll just get back and deep with Deep End Roots and use this amazing time and experience that I've had on showing up and with you guys and to my work, and taking the resources that I'm learning and will continue to learn to really help people again with their deepen their personal power more and more. When you have, hold on, I'm reading now. Yeah. Christine, thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Having that complex PTSD and like you're never over it. It just like floors me when people are like, oh, I'm like getting over things. Like, no, you're never over the complex stuff. Thank you. It's just, you have to just always learn and grow with it. It never leaves you, right? But you have to continually figure out how to be you around it and love yourself in the process. So that's what I want to do, and I want to keep helping people around that as well. And what I love is that we have had so many amazing messages from people and about this show, and who have considered us their family. And I just want to say that I consider you guys my family too, and I always will. I just appreciate you so much, and thank you. Yeah. I want to go back to Christine's comment. The last part is, she said, it's time to get an A in being you. Yeah. Got that right, Mama. Thank you. Yeah. And with that, it really is just loving yourself, getting up in the morning and feeling those feelings, but knowing that you can breathe the air, move your body, shake out the anxiety, get in touch with yourself, and just move with the world instead of moving away from the world. So, again, speaking of prioritizing health, that's what Tim and I are doing. Completely different journeys. And of course, I'll always support Ham and his. And I have no doubt that you will always be my biggest cheerleader, but just giving this space right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
James says, cars. Have you ever thought of writing poetry? Have you ever thought of writing poetry to help you through the tougher times? Cars.
Without getting into any details, writing and poetry is kind of a source of something that I'm working through. That triggers me, weirdly enough, because I am a decent writer. But I can muster to write in my journal. But when it comes to anything else, that's something I'm working on. And Shock says, our soul needs continuous maintenance. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. So David Pushkan says, speak your heart. Yes. Yes, thank you. And Melody says, healing from PTSD is possible, but it is work and it takes time and tools. Yes. And then Andrea says, love this, Kara. Move with the world instead of moving away from the world. Yeah. So really, real quick, guys, is it okay if I ask Tim? I'm just going to ask it anyways. Has anyone else felt that? Any of what Tim and I have been feeling? Who needs extra support as well right now? How can we support you or just exist together? How can we be in this world together in the way that we need to be with each other? Let us know.
You doing all right over there?
Yeah.
James Patron is offering up his writing service help.
Thank you, James. It's more of part of my, again, complex PTSD. So it's a block. It's a different kind of block. But thank you. Oh, love it. Playing guitar is my stroller. That's so cute. Oh, Ashok, can you make a graphic of you pushing a guitar like a stroller? I see a challenge there. And apparently, Senior needs shapewear. Also, guys, I know I've been giving the crazy eye lately, but from all the crying, my contacts dry. So I'm not giving you the crazy eye on purpose. But oh my God, Senior, I love you.
Senor. What would we do without you, Senor?
Yeah.
This wouldn't be right.
So yeah, how do you need support? Let us know.
Definitely let us know. Yeah.
crazy again. Not do eye contact.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
I'm all right. I've got my screaming goat. How's Gertrude doing over there? How is she? Did you feed her today?
No.
Didn't feed her.
I didn't, thank you. Yes. I want to clarify that I wasn't suggesting that you just pour your hearts out. But thank you for clarifying. If you ever need to talk though, or whatever, we are available. For me, just I'm always up for just chit chat in general. Even if it's not about our heart pains, but I love the fact that James Patrone said just being a friend is support enough. Melody said coming together for us like this is support. But I love that Christine has so much wonderful insight and like clarity with words. So thank you so much. You just seem like the sweetest lady ever. But yeah, coming together for us is support. Thank you so much, Melody. Likewise, you guys come by like water cooler chatter all the time,
Yeah.
Thank you, Ligia. Ligia, talk about amazing, positive person. Ligia. Thank you, sweet friend. So. Not bad. On time. We were at first wondering what we were going to say to each other for an hour. We were like, wishing Diane a swift, just feeling better and giving her time to chill.
Yeah. Andrea said, showing that we all are perfectly imperfect is beautiful support.
Yeah.
Love that.
Definitely.
Yeah. And James Patrone says, Amen.
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 As my aunt would say, Amen. Hallelujah.
I love it.
Cool.
All right.
So thank you so much, guys. My goodness. Tim.
Kara.
Thanks again so much for sharing, and thanks for letting me share. We both have different journeys going on.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm so proud of you. I'm going to be a little cheerleader on the sidelines.
I appreciate it. And I'm still going to be cheerleading you on the sidelines from a distance.
With actual pom-poms, guys. Like, he's probably going to have actual pom-poms.
I'm going to buy some. I'm going to bring them on Showing Up. Yeah.
I love it.
You know what I think we should do before we go? Are you scared? You have this look.
I think I know what you're going to say, but you tell me. Before my crazy eye gets me from my contact.
I think we should dance. Oh no, where did it go? We have to start
I was
again.
like doing a little.
Were you guys dancing too? We want to know if you guys were dancing. We were dancing. Were you guys dancing?
Yeah. With your light up shoes on. Anybody?
I know Senor Paisada was. For sure.
Love it.
All right, Kara Ulker. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Tensoon. Thank you. And thank you, guys.
Y'all. Y'all are the best.
Yeah.
And you are the best, Kara Ulker.
So are you. And it's a wrap. Love you.
It's a wrap. Bye, y'all. Till next time.